What is good with y'all, man? So today, we have to talk about this new patch that EA dropped yesterday. I've never been one to kind of react to a patch, like overreact and be like, okay, like I'm the kind of guy, like if I know it's bad, I'll be like, all right, it's bad, I acknowledge it, but I just go through with it. But this patch, I gotta draw the line. I have to draw the line because it's really bad, right? And the thing that made me be like, okay, I can't deal with this shit is when I start to get dashboarded in the middle of games. The games crash in the middle of games. I'm in games in the fourth quarter, apps just closing on me. Like that shit has never happened to me. So like that shit is unacceptable, and that's where I gotta draw the line. I'll get into all the problems we had last night on the game with the patch, but first, this was EA's statement to all the problems that have been happening since this patch. So let's go ahead and read this. Certainly, there are bugs that a fair amount of players will see, and will react to those as quickly as we can. But there's also bugs that get exposed that very few of our players will see. Grady says, I don't know what the fuck is a Grady. We will still treat them with high importance and react as fast as we can, but they're not impacting the millions of players that are playing our game. What? So I have to say that because, again, I just think the world we live in with social media makes it feel like any one-off bug that's out there is happening to everybody. Which, by the way, it is happening. Everyone's getting dashboarded. And at least from what I've seen, everyone's getting dashboarded, right? Like this shit. Look, because I'm the kind of guy, like if there's like a little bug, it's not that big of a deal. It usually never affects me. And if it does, it's like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Whatever. But this shit is bad, bro. We're getting dashboarded every game. Let me know how many games y'all have got dashboarded so far. I've heard this shit is happening in the yard. This shit is happening on regs. This shit is happening in fucking franchise. This shit is happening everywhere. Like, it ain't just mutt, right? And this is their response to that shit. But like, I'll be honest, bro, that shit is sad. Like, how have they never been sued? That shit don't even. Someone got his boss up, get a lawyer and sue their ass, bro. But the issues I had last night, right? So I'll just go into detail. First, doing the Miles Austin set because I'm trying to get him for my 50 out of 50 Eagles team, right? Here's the thing though. Every single player that I buy for a set, the game crashes, backs me out. I gotta go all the way back in, and I gotta fucking put him in there. And so after every player I buy, it took me like an hour to do the set. It took me an hour, and the only reason I did the set is because it was cheaper than actually buying his power up and card off the auction house. Because I've never in my life done a fucking set. That's the only reason I did this shit. All right. Yeah. So that took an hour. So I'm like, all right, cool. We get him in a team. We get everything we need. So then we get to play the game. First game. I played 3 games. I couldn't do taking them after 3 games. First game. What's it called? Every time I got on defense, I couldn't see my opponent's icons for his receivers, and when he would throw the ball, I couldn't see where it was going. And it's not that home field advantage thing, because his shit was like for something completely different, and he didn't even he never even really got his home field advantage shit. But every time he'd be on defense, I couldn't see where he was throwing the ball. I couldn't see his players' icons. But that's not even the big problem, right? That's not even the biggest problem. Yeah. So that was the first game. That was pretty annoying, and also, now when you put like your tight ends on a streak, they don't really run like a vert streak. It's like a little out and then a streak, which is it's really ass if you ask me, because there's actually times where, because I run gun tight, so if I motion one of my receivers over like to the right, for example, he's not a tight end. He's just lined up kind of in that slot position. Well, guess what? He can't run a normal streak now. He runs the little out boom streak. Now that's one of those things where I was like, that's not really the biggest fucking worry to me in the world. It's like, fuck it, it is what it is. Like I said, for me, the dashboarding is the problem. So we get into the second game. I'm in like the second quarter. I think it's a tie game, 14-14. Boom, app crashes. Boom. I didn't get a loss for it, but it's the fact that I put in all that work and the bitch crashed. You know what I mean? So I get into another game. I get all the way to the fourth quarter. I think I'm winning 21-14. Crashes again. 2 games in a row. I said I've had enough. I got right off the bitch. I'm not gonna play a game if it's just gonna sit there and that app is just gonna keep crashing in the middle of the game. Like, why the fuck would I play that shit? You know what I mean? So that's where I really had to draw the line. Like, if the app's gonna sit there and crash while I'm in the middle of a game, I gotta draw the line somewhere, right? All the other shit, the set taking forever, whatever. The tight end not running like a normal streak, whatever. I can't see my opponent's buttons, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be like that, but it's like, fuck it. But when the shit starts crashing in the middle of a game, nope. I gotta draw the line there. And they're gonna have to fix that shit soon. So people are gonna have to let me know, like, when that shit is fixed, because I'm not playing that shit until they fix it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm not gonna play that game until that's fixed. Because if I play one game, I get dashboarded, right off it. Straight like that, I'm right off it. So, let me know if you guys are having any problems too, because this is EA's response to that shit. And I ain't gonna lie, someone's got to get sued for that. Like, whoever said this shit, Graddy, Graddy, you need to be fired. I don't know who the fuck you are, but you need to be fired. So yeah, let me know what you guys are having problems with. I think we're all having issues here. If this shit gets fixed, follow me over on Twitter, right? The link to that is in the description. It's the same as my Twitch and YouTube, that bull Chris. Probably keep y'all up to date with it. That's probably the best way. So I'm probably not gonna make a video on it. I'm probably just gonna tweet it out. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it though, boys. Like, comment, subscribe, man, and your boys out.